Hello, I am live, and it's kind of an odd time to come live, but here I am. And I just wanted to give an update. This is Virtual Teachers Update. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy, and thank you for coming. And I usually have done these lives on Saturday morning after VIP Kid classes, but yeah, no more VIP Kid classes. So hopefully, I catch some of my teacher friends during this live. If not, hopefully they'll watch it later. I just wanted to say hello and give you an update to what I'm doing. Obviously, I am not teaching for VIP Kid right now. I have not opened any slots at all, but I keep getting my contract renewal message. So I haven't really decided. I kind of want to re-sign my contract because I don't want to have to like lose it, but I don't really know exactly why. Um, is anybody getting any bookings from outside of mainland China? Let me know. Let me know what's going on for you in the comments if you're still with VIP Kid. My contract looks like a normal contract, and I've gotten a couple emails saying, we want you to re-sign your contract. And from what I've heard is that some people are teaching other students at other places. I don't really know exactly what times they're teaching. I don't know what's going on, but as of right now, my contract is ending December 1st. So I need to re-sign. And I have been to the website. The website for VIP Kid, mine, I have not really updated. I've gotten that update button like for months now, and I just haven't updated it at all. And so, but I have noticed that up in the corner, there is a button for referring students. So if you want to refer students, you actually get money for that. So I guess if you know people around the world that want to take classes with VIP Kid and learn English, then you can refer students and you can actually get paid. I believe it's like what? I don't know if Jason, is it $200 or $300 per student after they do like 10 classes with VIP Kid, which is awesome. But I don't really know any students that would want to take classes with VIP Kid. So I guess if you appeal to people like maybe even in the United States that they've come over here and they want to take classes, that might work. But, they could also sign up for Outschool. There are a lot of companies they could sign up for. So it's a lot of money for finding students. So I imagine that it's a little difficult to find them if you're in America, but those of you who live in other countries, it might work for you. I also don't know many kids either. Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting situation, but it is what it is. So I am still active, like on the website for VIP Kid, but I'm not really teaching for them right now. I have easily gotten back into my old routine, and it is now hard for me to get up in the morning. So I just thought that I would wake up like, 5 a.m., be ready to go, but that has not been the case. I have been back to my old routine. Like, how do I get up? I get up at about I want to get up at 6 a.m. to start getting ready for my school, but I end up doing 6:30, 6:45. I want to leave like 7:15 to 7:30 a.m., but it takes me like 40 minutes to get to school. And so it's a little bit of a drive. So I need to leave my house at least by like I wanted late no later than 7:30, sometimes it's 7:40, and I barely make it on time. But for my in-person school, I have first hour off, but I also have kids, so I have to be there for them. And school starts at 8:25, which I think is kind of late for most schools. Like most schools I've been to has been like between 8 and 8:15 that they start school. But we start at 8:25 and I have first hour off. So I'm not like if I come in at the last minute, I still have first period to kind of get ready for the day. And so that's what I'm doing. I don't mind the drive into work. I actually like driving down the road. I love seeing, the morning air and just the morning traffic. I just love it. So, and where I live, there's not a lot of traffic, especially since the COVID experience. There have been a lot of people who now work from home and everything. So I haven't had a problem with traffic at all. And the road that I go down was full of construction when I was traveling there a few years ago, but all that construction is done. It's really pretty. So it's a really nice drive in. It's about 40 minutes. It's a straight shot, not through a city or anything. It's just mostly highway. So it's a really nice drive. I have first hour off. Then I teach sixth grade math. Then I have an hour off again. Then I teach eighth grade math. And then I have lunch. So really easy morning. And then I have a geometry class, and then I have a fifth grade math class. So those are my classes at school. And then, of course, we have little duties that we do in between and stuff like that. So it's actually a really pretty decent day. And I have three kids that also go to school with me. So it's not too much. It's a little bit of a challenge coming in new to a new school. And with math, it's very incremental. So to just try and catch what they need to brush up on their skills, to see what their weaknesses are, make sure we touch on those and make sure that we kind of at 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, we need to kind of fill in the gaps for things that they still need help with, and so that they're prepared for their high school classes. And so that's what I'm doing, and I really do love it. I work at a small Christian school, and it's actually the biggest Christian school that I've worked at in the last few years. This is my third Christian school in the area that I've worked at, and so all of my classes though are about 8 to 10 students, which is a really good amount. Like, it's not too few and not too many. And it is a little bit of a challenge. Some kids finish early and they do really well, other kids need help. So working with that after doing one on one classes, working with a group of students is just definitely totally different. But I do really like it. I'm really happy with this job and everything. I love the people that I work with. Everything is great. I love it. And so, yeah, so things are going well. And you can tell it's a little different after all of the COVID experience. Kids the last couple years were in and out, in and out. And so I'm hoping we've had a very consistent school year since the start of the year. I was a little nervous about, you know, all of the stuff going on in the world, shutting down or, this, that, and the other thing. You know what I'm talking about. But we haven't had any shutdowns or anything. We haven't had any breakouts of illnesses. We've just been proceeding, and it's been going well. So we have just the general classes in the school. The school that I'm going to, we have, I don't know, 120 students, like from little kids, like K3 or K4, all the way up to high school. And all the kids, they seem to get along pretty well, normal kid stuff. And yeah, so it's going well and I'm enjoying it. So that's my in-person school. I'm also still working for Outschool. And Outschool, I have 3 classes up right now. I have a knitting class, which I had up to 7 kids in one class, but I had to change the time. So I moved the time. So now that class has 4 students, but the knitting class is going well. The kids that I have are amazing. I enjoy them a lot. And it's supposed to be like a half-hour class. I end up going a little longer because I don't have a class afterwards. And I have 2 students that I've had for several months, and they have learned so much. They make their own, like, stuffed animals, they've made clothes for their siblings, like, I feel like they knit all the time. They're amazing. So that class is going really well. I opened up 2, um, slots for that, kind of, like, right after school. So they come and go in that class as they want to. I had one student, she came in for a one-time class, and her mother owns a yarn store, and so she told me the link. I went to the link. That was pretty amazing. So her mother teaches knitting and she owns a yarn store. So, yeah, you never know what kind of students you're gonna get in your classes on OutSchool. And so I totally would recommend OutSchool because you can put up a class, and if there's one student, you can teach it. If there's only one, you can cancel it and just say, "Hey, I only had one student. The minimum I wanna do is maybe 3 students." But it has to be kind of flexible because they have a lot of teachers, and it could take time for you to get your classes booked. I have not done a lot of classes throughout school, but I have enjoyed the ones that I've done. I also have one piano student. I have one class, it's like a private class, and he does piano. He's a little kid, like I think he's 6 years old, and he does really well. And teaching on virtual piano lesson is very interesting and challenging, and I do use my ideas from, like, from what do you call it? Manicam, rewards from VIP Kid and stuff, and I will from time to time, I will put things on the screen for rewards, like I have, what is it? Paw Patrol. So I have some Paw Patrol dogs that I will put up, during because he's a little kid, so sometimes just putting something up for fun helps just like VIP Kid. So I use those ideas, which is fun, during my classes. I also have a 2nd grade emoji math class. And last time also used the reward idea. I used the roll and draw crow, and that was a lot of fun. And the student that I had, she's like, "Oh, I want to do that every class." Like that's what she wants to do as a reward. She wants to do the roll the dice game. So it is a lot of fun too. So those are my 3 classes: 2nd grade emoji math, a knitting class, and a piano class. And I make probably maybe $50 a week on just those classes, which for me is fine. Like I'm not looking at trying to make $1,000,000 with OutSchool right now. I work in person, so to me it's just kind of keeping my foot in the door to some virtual teaching. And so that's OutSchool. And I am still signed up for Cambly, but for the lower price, I'm just not going to bother because I have so many other things going on. So I'm not doing it. So, and in my other projects that I have going on, I also have been getting involved with my state, and you'll see on my YouTube channel, I have some videos of different things that are going on and different people that I've met. And it's been amazing. So I just would like to challenge teachers to reach out to your community. We've heard a lot of information about what's going on in our world, and you know how I believe that I have a lot of teacher friends that are amazing people, and I would love to see every teacher that I've met get involved in their local community. And there's so many needs there, so many needs, and people have expressed so many different types of important things that they need help with. So what I've been going to is I've been going to school board meetings. I've been talking to some parents, just finding out what they need in our community and maybe how I can help with things that are going on here. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been getting a lot of information about what's truly going on, and it's just been I've met some of the most wonderful people, and so I heard some things, way back in 2020 when we all shut down. I kept hearing strange rumblings of strange goings on. And so I started just doing some research and just started opening up my mind to what are these people talking about? And I've gotten a lot of information, and I I this channel is kind of all about teaching online, so I have tried to just put in a little bit here and there. What I would like to do is inspire others to just kind of look into what you hear something strange, look into it. There are a lot of people that are helping with information. And that's, I guess, the most I'm going to say on this video about it. I may make some other videos about it. And one thing that I noticed is that when I first started teaching for VIP Kid, I was confident with my country. Like, America is the best country. I had an American flag, no problem in my classroom. I mean, I have no problem putting one on here right now. But I found that over time, I've had to kind of be careful with my words. And why? Why would I have to be careful with my words about my country? And I just think that we should be proud of our country and proud of our heritage and the gift that we've been given. And I don't think we should feel silenced at all. And we shouldn't feel like anyone else is going to silence us. And if we feel that way, then we're not free, right? We're supposed to have freedom of speech and freedom of expression and freedom to share what we believe. And it's just the first time in my whole life that I felt like, uh, I don't know, a little bit fearful for standing up for my country. Like, that's people, some of the videos I put on Facebook, they'd be like, Cindy, you're brave for putting that out there. I'm like, why? This is America. This is our country. This is, we don't want to lose it. I've been reading the Constitution. I've been learning more about the Constitution. And there are things that I'm going to stand up for, and I'm not going to back down. And so I might put some things on this YouTube channel that will also align up with those beliefs. And I don't want to feel, if you feel that you can't watch my video because it might be something that you're not comfortable watching, you don't have to watch it. But I believe that our country's in trouble right now. And I believe that there is a law of science. Everything breaks down and everything gets, you know, broken down. Like, the car behind me, this is an old car. It will rust and it will break down and it will turn to dust eventually. And some people have come to the belief that they think everything's evolving into something better. Well, our country right now is not evolving into something better. We are hurting ourselves right now. And I like to think of myself as like a freedom fighter. And I do have a video. Like, right now, I have friends that are at the Capitol. I chose to stay home today, but I have friends at the Capitol that are at the Capitol, and they're holding up flags and they're standing up for freedom. And it's not just I want what I want. It's we should all be able to be free to believe what we believe and to um we shouldn't be coerced into anything that we're not comfortable with doing, and that kind of thing. So that's what this channel is going to kind of maybe present over time. I might not be all about, obviously, I can't be all about VIP Kid, and it won't. I wanted to be a recruiter, help get other teachers into the companies that I work for. If anyone's interested in Outschool, obviously I can recruit for that. That's a hard company to recruit for because they make it a little difficult for you to actually be the recruiter, but it is a good company to work for if you are interested. Also, there are other ways that you can teach online. One of the things I'm going to be looking into is methods of teaching. Like, I want to use the computer more in the classroom. I can put up slides, I can help do drills, using the computer. I have a computer and I have a TV, so I can hook it up to that. And so I'm going to be trying to look into techniques for teaching, but I'm also going to share some information of things that I have learned over the last 2 years and about our country and about freedom. And I believe that every teacher should be. Now, when I was in school, we were supposed to read US News and World Report, and we were supposed to read some other magazines to keep like current about current events. And we should still be doing that. And as teachers, we need to know the truth about our, what do you call it? Media, because a lot of the media isn't presenting all of the facts. Like, there is no media, uh, public media or paid for media, channel media that, they actually have commercials and stuff. They're not showing the people in our capital that are standing for freedom. They don't present that information. But there are a lot of citizen journalists, and they're going around and they're showing live videos of what we call the patriots. And they're showing live videos. They're doing interviews with people and talking to people and why they're doing what they're doing. Many of us have a life. We work, we try to take care of our homes, take care of our families. And, people sacrifice their time and their effort because they believe that this is the most important thing to do right now. And so they're not just crazy people going out there with nothing else to do. These are people that know this is important and we have to stand now for the truth. Um, and so the people need to be the ones sharing the news and being the citizen journalists. And I have some friends that are amazing that I have met along this journey. There are a lot of things going on in New Hampshire. Just last week we had a big decision in our legislature, and in order to do these meetings, it's in the Constitution and within our rights as citizens of our state that we can have public input when our representatives have meetings. So last week they had public meetings for the people that have a medical. They were making decisions for the medical mandates that are going on in our state. And so they gave a chance for the people to speak. And the people spoke for 4 hours on Monday and 4 hours on Wednesday. And I will post the links for that below. If you want to know why people are waving their flags and why they're standing on corners and people are actually quitting their jobs because of mandates. If you want to know why, you can go to those videos and you can watch them for yourself. And I did not get to go. I really wanted to, but I'm teaching school now, so I couldn't go. Many of the people who spoke I know in person, and I know them well, and they're amazing people. Like, they're not. Some people think they're crazy conspiracy theorists or something, but these people are just people. And they're standing up for what we've always had. Like, never in my lifetime have I ever seen anything like this, forcing in medical intervention. It's just not within my conscience, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Within my conscience, I cannot even believe what's going on. So, the first video on Monday, there was a doctor, and he was amazing. And so there's like 4 hours of testimony, and what I did was I just would listen to a little bit, like, on the way to school and a little bit on the way back. I didn't listen to it 4 hours straight. But once I started listening, I was just kind of like I had to keep listening because I had to know what these people were going to say. And some of them said the same things as another person, and they repeated things. But if you are curious, why are these people doing this? And that's what happened to me. I was like, um, is there information I don't know? Is there something that I'm not getting that I need to know? I'm not going to just follow the crowd to do something that I'm not comfortable with. And so that's what I did. And I don't, I just wish everyone in America would do this because um there's no agenda with the truth. The truth is the truth. And when you have the truth, you don't have an agenda. But when you have an agenda, you might have to, like, change the truth, or you might have to, like, tweak the truth or keep the truth out of a situation. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on. So I wouldn't shut it out. I wouldn't just go along like these people don't know what they're talking about. I would look into it and see what it is that people are saying. Now, you know that on this channel, I had a video in the beginning of 2020, and I made the face coverings, and I really believe that that was important. And then over time, it wasn't what somebody said to me, but it was the proof of what those who were saying we had to wear it were actually doing, and how they were contradicting themselves. And if a scientist really believes in something, they're going to act on it. Have you ever seen a person who has OCD and they totally wash their hands all the time, and they really believe that washing your hands like every 5 minutes is important, and it gets to be an overly done thing? Well, if a scientist really believes in this thing, then they're going to show that they believe in it by their actions. And so when I saw that they don't really believe in it, that's where I started questioning. And also through this whole process, I've met a lot of in-person people that I feel like I live in a story a storybook. And there are characters all around me, and there are people that I just am amazed to know. And I believe there are people like that in every state. So my desire would be to bring out the curiosity in every teacher to look to the people in your state that are standing for freedom and see what they believe, see what they're saying, see what they're doing, and to be a part of it, because our country is the greatest country on earth. Many people are saying that it's not. Many people are saying, not to even pledge to the flag. That's not a secret. People are not respecting the national anthem. And I think that that needs to totally stop. Like, we need to stop this craziness because people are coming to our country because they love our country, not because they hate it. And so, why do they love it? Because of our history. And do we have problems? Of course we do. Should we fix them? Of course we should. But that doesn't mean that we give our country away to people who want to destroy everything that we've stood for the last 200 years. So anyway, that wasn't the point of this video, but I appreciate those who have come to watch, and I hope that you don't ever get silenced for loving America. I hope you do love America. And if you don't, you probably won't like this channel. So, all right. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope that all of my teacher friends have a great day. It's a really sunny day today. We had a lot of rain yesterday. It was crazy. But today it is another day, and it's really pretty, and we have some yard work and things to do, and I hope to see you again the next time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.